Hi friends, welcome back to Bhau-Automation Lab once again. In this online video session of APM tutorials, we'll try to learn something new concepts, and these both concepts are very important while working with the APM automation, and this is something new in the APM latest version. So guys, understand these concepts practically, and which will help you, and you will learn something new in this video tutorials. Okay, so let's start with agenda today. So we'll start with first agenda is we'll start APM start and stop APM server programmatically in latest APM version. Okay, so this is a little tricky code, guys. Understand it and just do it practically by yourself. And the next video session, next tutorial, we'll understand install APK programmatically in device. This is also very important. Both are the very important concepts. Okay, so learn practically practically in this session and do it by yourselves. Okay, so motive of Bhau-Automation Lab is we just want to learn everything practically, not theoretically. So we'll start with the practical concepts. Okay, so let's go to the Eclipse, where we have already one package created in the last video sessions. We have covered browser stack session. I'll create a one class in that. Okay, so class name is start Appium Server. So this is the class name. So why we required to start APM server programmatically? So this is the important question, because while working with the APM tutorials, what we have done till time. So whenever we want to execute any script, any script, we required to start this API server GUI, right? So this one we required to start. Always we required to start, because without the APM server started, we can't run our APM or Selenium or Java code. Okay, APM scripts basically. So we require to set up some desired capital through that APM servers. We get all the logs in this APM server desktop sessions. Okay, so this type of UI is for APM desktop setup. Okay, we require to start this on this. Welcome to APM 1.22.2. This is the one latest version, and we'll start on this port. Okay, so this is the IP address. We require to just start always. Okay, so while working the real-time environment, it is not a good idea to always start and stop this server program manually. So what we can do, we will do it by program itself. Okay, so how to do that? So basically I'll stop this APM server from here, and now we'll just do this concept programmatically. Okay, so how to do that? Very interesting concept, guys. Watch this session very carefully. Okay, so first of all, we are working with the test ng. If you don't know how to work with the test ng, how to do the APM setup properly, like how to install this API, like Android Studio and this emulator in your setup, how to set up environmental setup, and everything I have already covered in the APM tutorial sessions, guys. So watch that videos carefully and then come to this session, because this is the some advanced level knowledge you will not get anywhere. So do this practically. Watch that all the videos first and then come to here. Okay, so let's do this concepts practically. So we'll totally working with the test engine and APM here. So first of all, I just want to set up some APM driver local services. So how to do set up that? So I'll do that public void APM driver. So first of all, let's create a public static APM driver services, let's say service. Okay, and then let's create one class name, one method like a public void, let's say start APM. Start APM server, let's say annotations for this server as @or trust. Okay. So before test annotation will be execute, always execute before your test written in the same class. Okay, so how to execute this one? So what we have to do in the before test? So before executing the test, we require to start APM server programmatically. So we'll write all the code related to start server in this block only. Okay, so let's say services which we have defined this variable is equal to APM, let's say driver local service, let's say local service dot build default build service, required to choose build service. In that new APM server builder, okay, we require to define server builder by using let's say by using driver executable file, okay, node.js file. Okay, so let's we require to pass a driver executable uh, uh, path here in this file executable, and we require to define this is as a new file because it's a file path, right? So we require to define it in the file path. Okay, so we'll define a file path here, node.js, let's say node exe path, node exe path. We require to import this one file from Java IO. Okay, after define this node exe path, we require to set up something with IP address, server IP address. Okay, with IP address, and we'll set up here server address. I need to expand some so you guys see properly. Okay, the server address, and after the set up your server address, we require to set up something like with arguments, with argument always to choose like this one. Okay, and here we require to set up the arguments called general server flag dot base path. Okay, we require to set up a base path. After that, we require to set here like a in bracket. We require to set up slash wb slash hub. Okay, slash wb slash hub. After that, let's save this lines, and after that, let's set up slash hub. After that, using dot using dot using port. Let's say APM server is running on 4723 as the default port. So let's set up 4723 as a default port. 4723, and after the setup port, we require to set up some with log. If you want to set up something in the log file, you can set up it, otherwise you can rest it. Okay, it's not compulsory. So what we have done till time, APM server local service dot build services, new APM build service builder, using driver executable path, we require to set up node exe path here, and with IP address we require to set up IP address here. With arguments, we require to pass a base path with a wb slash hub, because our APM server start on this particular server address, and this particular port number. Okay, if you want to create some log file, you can create it Otherwise it will not a compulsory, but I will show you how to create a log file. So we just create a one notepad and save it on desktop. Anywhere you want to save it, you just save it. So I'll just save it on desktop with APPIUM Server log. Okay, so this is the name of this particular file, which is currently blank, right? And I'll just set up some log here, like with log file, and we require to pass here a new file, and in this file we require to set up that path of a particular file which is we are created on desktop. Okay, so this is the A file. We just copy the path of this file from here, desktop, and paste it in here. Let's slash server log dot txt. Okay, perfect, all set. So this is what we have done till time. So we have our all the log like which is running in the APM server will get logs in this particular text file. We have set up some service and builder and programmatically. So we require to set up now node exe path and this server address. Okay, which is very important. So how to set up that server node.js path and node.js main path and node exe path. So let's understand this one. So first of all, we require to create a one variable here like public static. Okay, before that, I think we miss one step, node exe path. After that, before with IP address, we require to set up something like dot with appm.js, appm.js in bracket new, like file. In this file, we require to set up appm main JS path. Perfect. Now, first of all, let's create a public static node exe path. Okay, so let's create a node exe path first. So node exe path. Okay, so guys, I have already installed a node.js. So node.js is installed in our system. So how to check that it is installed in your system or not? So go to your C drive. Okay, and in this C drive, go to the program files and check here if node.js is folder is created or not. Okay, so if this node.js is created on the system, folder is created on your system, then you can copy that part till this node.exe, node.js till node.exe and paste it here. If you don't have node.js installed in your system, okay, just go to the Google and type like node.js download. So this is the official website for node.js.org, and here, or as per your operating system, you can download that exe file and just install it. Okay, so my system is window installer, so I have downloaded this one. Okay, just download. Whenever you click on this file, it will be download like this one. We have already downloaded like node VX16, which is the latest version. You can download it and just click next and install it in your system. After install, you will see this type of folder in your C drive in program files node.js exe and this node.exe file. So just copy that part and paste it here. Okay, node.js, and after that this node.exe. So we got to set up path like node node.exe. Perfect, and same column. Okay, we require to define this path as a string, so I'll just define its string node exe path. Now this node exe path which is we have defined, we required to set up here. Perfect. So we have set up node exe path perfectly. Now we require to set up APM main.js path as well. So here this APM main.js path is located. Okay. Whenever we go to the C drive, again go to the C drive. In the C drive, we require to go to the users section. Okay, C drive, we will go to the user section. Okay, where your APM is installed. My APM is installed in my local system, so I'm going to do the my folder, then app data. Okay, and again that local, and after that local we require to go in programs, and this program we have APM Server GUI. Okay, which is we have already set up, right? So APM Server GUI, and after that we will require to go into the resources. Okay, then app. Okay, after that node models. Okay, let me check the path again. Okay, after that node models. After that node models, we require to go in the APM. APM. So let's type here APM. Let's see the APM, and this APM. Let's go to the build. Okay, and in this build, we require to go to the lib, and in this lib, this is the main.js. Okay, right. So this is our path. Right, still lives. So we have already copied that. So I'll just copy from here itself, and I'll just paste it here. Okay. So public static string node.js main path. Okay. Node.js main path. Now we require to set up that node.js main path here. Perfect. Now we require to set up server address as well. So how to set up server address? So to set up server address, again let's type public static string, and let's say server address is equal to we have running on 127.0, which is we are set up in these are capitals as well, 0.1. Perfect. So this is our server address. Copy this server address and paste it here. Here we go. We have set up properly before test. All the setup we have done properly to run your APM server programmatically. Right. So I'll just print something here to start APM server. So system.out.println. Okay, in that I'll just type like a starting APM server. Okay, so what we have to do? We do require to do command like service dot start. Perfect. Now we have set up properly to start your APM server programmatically. So let's check that we require to set up some code or set up some desired capabilities to start emulators and everything. So I'll just do one thing: public void launch app. Okay, I'll just give name as at the rate. Import this test annotation from test engine again. Now set up some desired capabilities here to start. Okay, so we have already set up some desired capabilities which we are not again going to the write again and again. So I'll just copy these desired capabilities from here to launch your API demo app. Okay, and we'll just paste it here. That's okay. So we require to import these desired capabilities. So I have already explained all these things. What is desired capability, how to set up package name, and everything in all previous section. So guys, watch that lectures carefully if you don't know how to set up these desired capabilities and everything. Okay. So we require to import that URL and all those things. Okay. So what is this desired capabilities means? So we require to throw some regulations here. Okay. So this desired capability setups the platform name is Android. This is the package name, API demo app, and this is the activity name, API demo activity, and this is the device name, emulator, or which we have already installed in our machine. So how to check the emulator which is we have installed? Just go to the CMD and type from ADB devices. So this is the monitor 554 we have already installed in our system. So we have set up that capability here. Also, we require to set up one more capability to don't reset our app. So I'll just set up that one as well. This is very important while working with APM, because sometimes it will create a cache in the system and due to last some permissions in your device. So to handle that system programmatically, we require to set up this capability, set capability. Okay, in this set capability we require to pass mobile capability type dot no reset, and we require to set this as a true. Always write this capability, guys. So what is mean by this? So it will clear all the caches which is created in your devices. Okay, I will create a separate videos on this in the interview series chapter in upcoming lectures. Detailed videos on this, what is no reset, what is resets and everything. Just understand it will clear the caches if it created in your mobile device. Okay, so this is the desired capabilities here we have set up, and we have going to launch our API demo app. This is the package API demo app which is already installed in this system. Let's see this one, and we'll trying to launch this programmatically. Start with the APM server, and programmatically we'll trying to launch this API demo app using this desired capabilities. Okay, so let's try to run this program and see whether we are able to run APM setup or server programmatically or not. Okay, starting APM server. Okay, so all APM logs are going to here. Also, it should be stored in your APM server log notepad as well. Oh, so something failure here. Let's see what is the problem. Okay, something capital related issues. Let me check. So read the error carefully. So error tell us here no root found for WD hub session. WD hub session. What we have done here? WD hub session. And here also, oh, what silly mistake we have done here. So guys, it is very case sensitive. We have written here we required to written here WD, and we written here WD. So this is the silly mistake we have done. We just resolved this error, and let's run the script again. Okay, so let's start emulator and run as test ng. Here you go. APM server is starting APM server, and the log is coming here also, and our log file as well. Okay, we will check that log file as well, which is we have created on desktop. Now APM all logs are creating here uh, in your console as well. Okay, it should be start APM demo app in this emulator now. That's perfect. So we have programmatically launched APM demo app in this server. We have programmatically run APM server, and everything is correct. And we have launched API demo app in this emulator. So perfect, guys. This is how we can launch your APM server programmatically. So after executing script, we require to stop your APM server as well. So how to stop that? So to stop service, we'll create one method here, public void, let's say tier down. In this method, let's set up as after test, let's say void, and let's import this after test. Okay, and after that, let's see if service dot is running is equal to true. Then what we have to do, service dot stop. If after executed the script and your service is still running, then we require to stop that service. Okay, so system.out.println, let's say type here in bracket APPIUM Server. Okay, perfect. So programmatically we can start and stop APPIUM service as well. Let's say we'll create a one we'll copy this one web element from here. Okay, and we'll click on that and let's take a text of that element as well. Okay, so we have already lots of time working with API demo app, so this is we require to import this web element and this by from org, and we require to go through these declarations. Okay, what we have done here, so web element text we have taken, and through the find element xpath, we have already created lots of session on this, how to create xpath using APM inspector in APM. If you're not watch that video, watch that video as well, so that you can get the better understanding on this, how to create xpath. So we have created xpath for this particular text element, so that it will take a text of that element and print it here, and also click on that text. Okay, and after that, after the execution of this script, it will stop APM server programmatically. Okay, so before test, it will start the APM server programmatically, execute this script, and click on that web element, and after that it will stop APM server programmatically. So let's say execute this script, and let's see whether we are able to run APM server programmatically, execute this script, and after that stop APM server programmatically or not. Okay, so this is API demo app here, and the APM logs is coming here. Okay, logs are coming here. Also, we will check on the desktop notepad as well, whether these all the logs are coming generated there as well or not, as we have set up APM log file here as well, right? So APM starting programmatically started successfully. It's closed previous session. Now it's open new session. Perfect. Okay, and it's programmatically click on this text session. Perfect. APM script is executed properly. So here we have something like text printed, and click on that, and after that programmatically server is stopped. APM server is stopped. Okay, also check the logs are generated here or not, APM log file. So all logs are generated here as well. Perfect. Perfect. So this is how we can start your APM server programmatically and execute our script and stop your APM server programmatically. Okay. In the next session, we will learn how to install APK programmatically in this particular device. Okay. We have already installed API demos in this, and we are working through this API app package and app activity through we are launching that API demo app. Okay. We'll see how without this API app package and API app activity, how can we install that programmatically and run without setting this capabilities. How can we install the API demo app programmatically and run it and execute and stop and start APM server? Okay. So this is how what we have learned in this session. We start APM server programmatically with the execute script and stop APM server programmatic. If you have any question related to this session, guys, you can just comment out me. I'll give all the answer related to this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe Bhau-Automation Lab to learn all this type of tricky concepts practically. Okay, let's meet in next chapter. Till time, have a great day. Bye bye. Take care.